Warning, the following contains spoilers. Watch at your own risk. Oh, just kidding.
I'm the owner of a private security firm. We're called...
Despite having her struggles throughout the series, Adam Eve has continued to evolve as a hero, and Invincible Season 3 has subtly made her one of the show's strongest fighters already. It has been clear that Eve possesses some gifted talents since her teen team days, with her special episode highlighting that she has always had a desire to help people and use her powers for good. However, Invincible Season 2 highlighted Eve's family problems as well as her conflicting views on being a superhero, leading to her making mistakes that nearly prompted her to walk away from heroism permanently. Luckily, she remains a valuable ally to Mark and the rest of Earth's heroes, who can still be relied upon for the big fights. Even though she made the decision not to work for a specific team and has focused a lot on her own personal life, Eve has still consistently been involved in many major battles, with Season 3 continuing this trend. Not only did Invincible tease Adam Eve's potential immortality, but her recent fight to protect the GDA prison showed glimpses of her full potential, and it's clear she is stronger than ever before. Adam Eve looked more powerful than ever during Invincible Season 3's prison escape. Her quick thinking and tactical attacks prove she is a much more competent fighter in Season 3. Mr. Liu's attempt to break Multi-Paul out of prison in Season 3 caused plenty of havoc in This Was Supposed to Be Easy, but Eve was key in preventing things from getting out of hand. Alongside Mark, she attempted to fend off the villain in his dragon form, adopting new techniques that the audience hadn't seen her use before. She managed to use her control of atoms to create armor, simultaneously making each attack stronger. In addition, Eve's powers allowed her and Mark to combine their attacks, proving that her creativity and teamwork have improved drastically. Eve has always been a great defensive fighter, creating shields and bubbles for civilians and allies that protect against enemies. However, while these traits were still on display in the prison fight, her offense was much more useful when it came to assisting Mark. Eve was also able to create temporary cells that prevented most prisoners from escaping the destroyed prison while the battle was ongoing, and even rebuilt the structure after the fight was done. All of these improvements show she has gained more control of her abilities while learning how to utilize them more efficiently. Even as recently as the Season 3 premiere, Eve was struggling to get this much out of her skill set, showing how quickly she was able to refine her techniques. Given she has started a steady relationship with Mark and begun working on her future in the meantime, it's possible her surge in power could come from her own personal growth. And if she continues to mature and gain confidence, Eve may become one of Invincible's most powerful characters. Eve's romance with Mark makes her enhanced skills more important. Eve needs to be strong to fight alongside Mark. While Eve and Mark's Invincible Season 3 romance may be a big factor in her becoming stronger, their relationship makes it all the more important that her skills continue to develop. Given Mark and Eve look like they will be Invincible's power couple for years to come, it seems likely the duo will be at the heart of the show's main conflicts. Naturally, Mark being the protagonist means he will be heavily involved in some huge fights, but Eve's association with him suggests she'll also be part of some key battles, proving how important it is that her powers evolve. She might have been able to handle lower-tier villains and hold her own against Mr. Liu, but to survive the Invincible War and Viltrumite invasion, her skills will need to continue progressing. Just like Anissa targeted Amber and Angstrom Levy targeted Mark's family, other villains will look at Eve as a potential weak point of Mark's, making it essential that she can fight back. Thankfully, Season 3 has already started the process of increasing her strength, and as her story continues to develop alongside Mark's, she will likely get even more powerful to compete with Invincible's main antagonists. How strong can Adam Eve become in Invincible? The almost limitless potential of her powers means she could become one of Invincible's strongest heroes. Outside organic matter, Eve's ability to manipulate atoms is almost endless, suggesting she could easily become one of Invincible's strongest characters. Although she may not be able to punch as hard as a Viltrumite or sustain as much damage as Alan, her potential is arguably greater than these characters, and even Mark himself. Hypothetically, Eve's abilities could allow her to win fights without her opponents even getting close, simply by manipulating the surrounding environment. And while Invincible does put some significant restrictions on her powers, there is no doubt that her skill ceiling is incredibly high. Additionally, if she were to remove the mental blocks that the government installed, the full extent of her powers would be frightening. She is already a useful ally in combat, but unless she was caught by surprise, it would be almost impossible to stop her. Invincible has understandably made sure her abilities do have limitations at this point in the show to keep the drama alive and avoid Eve becoming an almost godlike figure. But if she is able to continue unlocking more of her potential and eventually overcome these mental blocks, she could become the franchise's most powerful superhero. Thanks for watching.